My wife just got a brand new 2018 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon JL in Hella Yella. This thing is so nice and I can't wait to start doing some modifications to it. But I'm under very strict guidelines about what I can and cannot do to her Jeep. But I'll explain here in a minute. Stay tuned. Welcome to TrailRecon. I'm Brad, and today on this episode, I'm really excited to introduce to you the new Jeep to the TrailRecon family. My wife's brand new two-door Jeep Wrangler Rubicon JL. It's really, really nice, guys, and I will be doing a full, detailed review of this Jeep in bone stock condition here very soon. I just want to get a little familiar with it, but today I just wanted to introduce it to you, let you know kind of what the plan is and kind of what some of my restrictions are on doing modifications, and then maybe ask your recommendations on what we should do. But let me just say, I'm so happy for my wife. You know, for the last 22 years, you know, she's been driving minivans and SUVs because, you know, we've got 3 boys. And when you've got 3 boys growing up, you've got to have a lot of passenger room. And so she's never really had a fun vehicle. Well, now that all my boys are off to college and in the military and just doing their thing, she doesn't need a big old vehicle anymore, and she can have something that's a little more fun to drive. And I'm really happy for her that she was able to get this Jeep. And the yellow color, man, I love it. The Hella Yella is what they call it. And there are not very many out there in this color in a 2-door Rubicon version with the painted fenders and the painted match top. You know, there's plenty of the Sports and Saharas out there, and there's a few Rubicons out there, but they were all 4 doors, and a lot of them had, you know, the black top or the black fenders, and that's not what she wanted. You know, she had a Volkswagen Bug when she was younger that was yellow, and so that's why she gravitated towards this color. I love it, and she has been smiling ear to ear ever since we left the dealership. And let me just say, you can't miss this thing coming down the road or in a parking lot. It stands out like crazy. I love this little Jeep, and I love the color. So the plan for this Jeep is for my wife and I to have some really fun adventures in it, but keep it practical. And I'm going to do some modifications to it here in the garage, but I'm under very strict guidance. I've got 5 rules I have to live by, so let my wife tell you what the rules are.
Rule number 1, I get final say in all modifications. This is my Jeep after all.
Okay, rule number 1, that's totally fair. It's her Jeep. I can live with that.
Rule number 2, this is my daily driver, so it needs to stay comfortable and handle well.
My Jeep is my daily driver as well, so that stuff matters to me, but I'm probably a little more forgiving in the whole comfort and handling thing than my wife would be willing to tolerate. So paying attention to what mods we do to this is going to be very important. The last thing I want is for my wife not to love driving her Jeep.
Rule number 3, no adding a bunch of stuff that takes away from my storage space. It's a 2-door, and I like to shop.
Now, she insisted on a 2-door, which I love, but it definitely has a lot less space than the 4-door. But the good news is the new JLs have just a little more room than the old 2-door JKs, so I can work with that.
Rule number 4, it has to be easy for me to get in and out of my Jeep. No running jump starts like with my husband's Jeep.
So does that mean if I put a side step on there, I'm okay to lift it 3.5 inches and throw some 37s on there? Nope, not at all. You know, the great thing about buying the Rubicon edition is you already get 33-inch tires and you already get some nice clearance. So there's really no need to hurry up and just modify this thing and throw some big old tires and lift it. We're gonna have some great adventures in the format it's in right now, which should be a lot of fun. So I'm okay with not going big lift and oversized tires right now.
Rule number 5, when in doubt, refer to rule number 1.
Totally fair enough. It's her Jeep. She gets to make the final call, and I'm absolutely okay with that. You know, my wife has not had a lot of seat time behind the wheel off-road, and so I'm really excited to get her in the Jeep and hit the trail and just teach her some good driving skills. And it's going to be fun because we're going to try to film that and share those experiences with you guys. And look, we've already started a small list of modifications that we want to do to the Jeep, things that she's starting to think about and approving. It should be a lot of fun. fun messing around with this Jeep and having some really awesome adventures. But here's what I'd like to know from you guys. What do you think are some of the first modifications that we should do to our brand new Jeep JL? I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments. And look, the Jeep JK, my Jeep is not going anywhere. That thing is never going to be done. I've still got a lot of projects, so you'll see plenty more JK content here on the channel. And I know I've been getting a lot of questions about the XJ, and to be honest, my son has been daily driving that thing, and we just have not had time. So it's been on a little bit of a video hibernation. Maybe you'll see it here out on the trail here soon, but right now, no big plans with the XJ, but maybe down the road we'll work on that. And look, if you're visiting TrailRecon for the first time, smash that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a member of the TrailRecon team, and you don't want to miss any of the adventures and modifications we're going to be doing to our new JL. If you're out on the trail, please travel responsibly. Thanks for watching.